All right, so scheduling schedule items can be a little bit tricky. If you go to the Sessions tab and you add a schedule item, you should be able to do it right here. My schedule item. You'll notice here that I've already in the test, I have one time slot, so it does actually work. But let's make a new one just for reference sake. So we'll go down here. Make sure it's clicked to accepted because we have filters clicked on there. It's because it's part of a session system, so you just want to default it to accepted. So now we'll see it here under schedule this item. If we go over to the scheduler, we'll see that schedule this item, the old one I have in there, is scheduled properly, but we'll notice that there is my schedule item is not there. So if we go here and let's add a time for room A, let's make it 9:30 to 10:30. Save our time, and we'll have another set of time slots. Now, what isn't shown here is that this doesn't exactly exist as a time slot yet. There's a little arrow here that allows you to add a time slot. By default, we don't randomly make all these time slots because we don't actually know if you want this room, if we have multiple rooms and multiple times, if we want this to actually be a time slot or not. So what we do back here, if we go back to our sessions, and we go back to my schedule item, hit edit, you'll notice that the time slot hasn't been made. There's only one here. It's a little confusing, and I think as we go through the 1.0 release, we'll work on getting this fixed up a little bit better for the end user. So if we hit scheduler, what we can do is we can hit this button and we can say add time slot. And then we can do schedule item. If we hit schedule item and hit save, it will save the time slot. When we go back to our sessions, and we can edit our schedule item. And you'll notice here, our 9:30 slot appears as planned. We hit save, and then we go back to our scheduler, and we'll notice that both of them are exactly where they're supposed to be. In the future, I'm hoping that we will add another part of here, put a schedule item system in this spot, but since schedule items are for lunch and other minor things, it hasn't been on the top of the list. But if you do want to schedule some schedule items, that's the way you want to do it. Thanks. I hope this is helpful.